Is your fraud prevention strategy protecting your platform or hurting your conversion rate? Today, we explore how to stop fraud without pushing legitimate customers away. Welcome back. You're listening to Julian Hay on RiskMasters, a download, where I share bite-sized insights from our latest interview. This highlight comes from my conversation with Iremar Brayner, Head of Fraud Prevention at G2A, where we discuss how fraud teams work with product engineering and operations to protect the platform while supporting growth. How can risk and fraud functions integrate effectively without slowing delivery?
I would say that the best way of making all these teams work together is by making them share goals. If they have a common goal, it's going to be way easier for them to work together, because what normally happens is you, for example, as engineering team, you have one specific goal. Then me as fraud, I have another goal, and then like product has different goals. And if you are sharing the same goals, it's really, really key to work in a more efficient way, because we know, okay, that's the ultimate goal of the company, and that's going to be fraud contribution towards it, engineering contribution, product contribution, and then we all work together. I think that's the best way, and this is what we've been doing at G2A.
Can you share an example with us?
Remember that I've mentioned that fraud is key to the growth of the company.
Yeah.
I'll give you like a simple example. Let's suppose you work on sales. You're from the sales department, right? And then your goal is to sell like 100 items per day. However, if I do not approve most of the transactions, you're not gonna achieve that goal, right? And if I do not approve most of these transactions, we're probably gonna have a problem customer service, because they're gonna start to receiving like emails complaining about it. So if we look at a simple company goal, which is the number of sales, all of us are going to contribute somehow. For example, you as a sales guy, you need to sell 100 items. Me as a fraud manager, I need to approve X% of it and keep the fraud level low. And our stakeholder from customer service needs to be able to answer all of those questions from customers, from users in a specific SLA. So it's all connected.
So I will give you an objective: 95% of all legitimate transactions approved within 5 seconds. That will align the incentive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And so can you give us an example of a cross-functional initiative that really significantly improve fraud prevention and outcomes in that context, where the teams came together toward those common objectives?
Digital entertainment is very unique, and we sell a lot of different items, and we accept loads of different payment methods in different regions of the world. And recently, we've been working not together to kind of break down even more our risk approach. So I'll give an example. Instead of looking at our approval rate or chargeback rate as a one, what if we break that down by product type? Maybe the level of risk, maybe the risk appetite we have for accepting payments for Netflix subscription does not necessarily need to be the same for accepting payments for gift cards. And maybe if the payment method is A instead of B, we can have a different approach.
The biggest takeaway today: fraud prevention is most effective when it's embedded early. Don't treat it as a gate at the end of a process. Build it into the very DNA of your product and platforms. You can listen to the full RiskMaster conversation with Iremar Brayner on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or at avtm.com.
In a nutshell, what we've been working on together is how do we kind of break down our risk approach? And that could be from product to region, for example, to payment methods.